After an amazing half day in Santa Cruz and a good lunch and some fun, you can head to Las Setas, which means the mushrooms. This is this building, which is like sort of a symbol of modernity in the old center of Sevilla. It's actually made of wood, quite beautiful. Do get there before sunset because it gets quite crowded and there's a queue. But this is the best place to watch sunset and the sun going down and the sun changing its color. I mean, the sky changing its color all over this absolutely gorgeous city. A good 3 hours later, I headed to Alameda de Hercules to have dinner. It's the place for the nightlife and highly recommend it in the evenings for cheap food. Another one of my favorites that don't a lot of people just kind of ignore is Divino Salvador. Very beautiful interior. Highly recommend visiting this and also get combined tickets so you don't have to stand in front of the cathedral queue. Plaza España was a big surprise. I thought it would be just another boring, massive building, but it actually just draws inspiration from the history of Spain, all different architectural styles, from Moorish to, throughout the period. And it has these enclaves in the semicircle, which represent all different provinces of Spain. It's also a book library where people leave books and you can just go read, enjoy in the sunset. Every foodie would love this place. It has so many different types of cakes, pastries, and local confectionery. Went there so many times during my visit. Another one of the places you have to visit is the Sevilla Cathedral. Now, this is right in the center of the city. It's absolutely huge, a mammoth. The squares around it, the exterior, and especially this beautiful, beautiful courtyard is wonderful, magnificent, and it is actually a combination of the old Moorish and the later European style architecture mix. But to be honest, the exterior and the courtyard is probably where I found it the most interesting. The interior was pretty okay. There's a famous personality who's supposedly buried here. I'm not going to tell you who, that's for you to figure out. It's quite grand inside, but it's a hodgepodge of different places. I didn't really get impressed as much, unfortunately. I did like the ceiling though. Also, now is probably a good time to tell you about Free Mondays. So every Monday, there's a few tickets offered for free to the public, but you do need to book quite in advance for those, and they're very limited, so I highly recommend doing that. Also, do not forget to climb the tower. It's all ramps, there's no stairs, but you can see the whole city of Sevilla from the Lipstick Tower to Alcazar, which is right next to the cathedral. Throughout the city, the river, everything you can see from this tower. Sevilla is also host to the only hotel in Spain which is part of the top 100 hotels in the world list, and that is Alfonso the 13th Hotel. The building is quite different to what you would expect from a five-star hotel, but really beautiful. The patio slash courtyard is the most beautiful part of it. I had a nice cup of tea there. You can have coffee or wine. It is a bit expensive compared to the other hotels in the city, but it's definitely worth it, especially the interior of this place. Flamenco! Sevilla is probably the most diverse when it comes to flamenco. You can go to the free walking tour in the evening for flamenco that ends in La Carboneria, which is this place where they offer free flamenco in the local style, which is non commercial. It's full of people, so do go in advance, but they have a few shows a day. If you want more flamenco, commercial flamenco, you need to go to the Flamenco Museum. Or you could just turn up at any street corner and there will be someone performing flamenco for sure. It is a guarantee. The Alcazar of Seville. The second most beautiful building in the whole of Andalusia after Alhambra, I believe. Well, that's what I think at least. I would recommend buying your tickets online in advance, and you should come after lunch when there are less crowds of people and less tourist groups as well. Otherwise, you don't really enjoy the beauty of this building, the intricacy of the decoration on the walls, on the ceilings, the courtyards, the fountains, the little niche places here and there, and obviously you remember this if you are a fan of Game of Thrones. The building is so spectacular, it's decorated in such minor detail that it just blows your mind away. If you really want to see this place in detail, and obviously this is not just one building, this is a few of them in a complex. And also remember, this is still used actively by the Spanish royalty as an active palace. So you need to spend at least half a day here to enjoy the building, the gardens, and the fountains, and the little nooks and crannies that are all very, very different from each other, but also are part of this. They're sort of like glued together by beauty. Walking through Alcazar and its gardens and its palaces is almost like a dream. You keep thinking that this is not real, except for if you didn't have a lot of people walking with you. Um, I just found it so mesmerizing. I didn't want to leave, and the weather was so good. Um, I just, I just did not want to leave this place at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour of Sevilla and its beautiful places and things to do. There's obviously a lot more you can do and see in this gorgeous city. For food, check out my video, Food in Andalusia. It gives you a good idea of where to go. And there are other things you could do which I have listed at the end of this video. Do like, subscribe, and comment, and hopefully I will see you guys in another video very soon. I really hope you enjoyed the video.